Dirty Sports Podcast. I said, welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast with Andy Ruther and Joe Prano. Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast.
Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Andy Ruther, coming to you live from Cincinnati, Ohio, with my co-host from Lake Tahoe, Joey Hungover Prano.
That's right. I'm here. I'm alive. I woke up about 45 minutes ago to a text from you going, I'm all set for 9 a.m. And I was like, what planet am I on? What country am I in? Where am I? People are arriving as I get going here. Oh God, the struggle is real, Andy.
So you're gonna be dipping pretty shortly.
I'm gonna be dipping pretty shortly, but you were like, I called Justin Wood this morning, and I was like, and he called me back, and he goes, "You calling me to do the podcast for you?" And I was like, "Yeah, I am." He's like, "I got to go to work," and then he goes, one of the ultimate lines of all time. He goes, "Call Goldberg." I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just do it. I'll just do it for 10 minutes."
Yeah, I can take over from there. I got some stuff.
What a reckless decision yesterday when I was in the middle of doing everything. When you were like, "All right, how are we doing this?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll do it tomorrow."
I told you that have I not been telling you that for the last week?
You have. I believed in myself.
I said, take it off. I'll take care of it. And you said, no.
I did not hit the play like a champion today sign on the way out the door last night.
Were people just shoving drinks down your throat?
Yeah, we went to it was Charlotte's bachelorette party last night. So we had the counter party at a little speakeasy in town, like a bourbon speakeasy, and it was a lot. And then I was out until like I don't know what time. Mikey and I and Ian were at the fucking casino. We had a deal. We had this dealer. You'd love it. His name was Russ. We were screaming for 2 hours because this dealer was paying, just kept paying. We're like, Russ is paying everybody. Russ is paying every 5 minutes. He'd fucking deal us winning hands. And then at some point they replaced him with an Asian they them. I still to this moment do not know if it was a man or a woman. And Mikey was like, "You're gonna take Russ into a back room and beat him with a sock full of change, aren't you? They can never let you win here." And the casino was like, "All right, everybody calm down." He's like, "You're gonna kill Russ. We love Russ, and now you're gonna kill him."
What time are the casinos? Is it 24 hours?
24 hours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then I didn't have dinner, so then we went out to this late night spot and ate burgers. There was a guy there at the casino after they took Russ into a side room and killed him for paying us. We went to play roulette, and there was a guy there that was very clearly trying to give his life savings away before he like jumped off a cliff or something. He was literally betting thousands of dollars every hand, every spin of the wheel on roulette, scattering. Just put $50 on every number. And then it's like, well, that's not how this works. And Ian flipped out and was like, he was screaming at the casino. He was like, what you're doing to this man is wrong. You're not supposed to be like, when you see somebody's like not well, you're not supposed to take their money. Then they basically threw Ian out of the casino. Then we went and had late night burgers. I woke up this morning like I was coming up from out of the water after being held under for 14 minutes. I was like breathing for air. So here we are.
Anyway. So you have no clue what time you got to bed?
I could tell you what time our Uber was. Uber home. It wasn't that late. I want to say 3:08. No, wait. Yeah, 3:30 probably got home.
Okay.
It's a lot of canceled Ubers in there. So looks like I actually took Lyft. Trips. Yeah. 3:15 in the Lyft home.
So are you going to recuperate today?
Yeah. Charlotte, I just talked to Charlotte. She was like, "You're not allowed to be hungover at the wedding." I was like, "Well, that's why I went out on Thursday, not on Friday."
Yeah, that's why I was asking. Like,
Yeah. Tonight will be chill. We'll do golf and then
you're gonna get some
a
sleep.
rehearsal dinner. Yeah. So
You gotta just channel your inner killer instinct, man.
this is, yeah, Michael Jordan flu game at the ceremony tomorrow.
You gotta just channel
I'm
that
gonna,
mentality.
I'm gonna Byron Russell Charlotte. she's gonna come down the aisle. She's gonna come down the aisle, and I'm just gonna that offensive hand check, and then just buckets.
There it is. I got it on my wall. That final picture, that final shot.
There you go.
It's funny. I am going to talk later in the show. I am going to talk some more Kobe. Never ends. Lost Prano. I was going to say Shaq has weighed in on it. Like Tracy McGrady.
Shaq is weighed on.
See, guys, Joe says he's going to do 10 minutes. I can just. I'm just gonna put.
Can you hear me?
The debate. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Shaq has weighed in on the Tracy McGrady replacing Kobe.
And said it's bullshit.
He said, I think I still win 3 rings.
Oh, he did.
Shaq is very confusing because Shaq rated Kobe as the second best player, and then he's also saying, hey, yeah, I can replace him with another dude.
Listen, Kobe or Shaq was saying all the Shaq stuff forever. You know, everybody, if you go online, if you hop in on the Kobe discussion, there's a bunch of fucking weirdos that believe no one would disrespect Kobe like this if he were alive. You'd never have him 9th all time or 11th all time. When he was alive, everybody agreed he was the second best player of all time. And now that he's dead, everybody. And I'm like, it's literally the opposite.
I was just about to say that. It's the exact opposite. People are immortalized when they die young.
Fucking Shaq was just like, eat my ass, how my ass tastes, put your whole ass mouth on my ass. I fucking I win all the rings. Dwayne Wade, I could have replaced you with fucking teammate. I could do all the things. And then Kobe died, and Shaq was suddenly like, nobody ever been better than him. He's the best of all time. I wouldn't have won shit without him. I never won anything. Phil Jackson would have never won anything. They would have retroactively taken away Phil's other rings if one's with Kobe. Kobe was the greatest of all time. Nobody had the competitive fire that Kobe had. But then, of course, they're like, so you don't want to win any rings if you have Tracy McGrady? He's like, I win them all. And you're like, what the fuck is happening?
Let me just play it real quick. It's like a minute clip. And it's with, here's my thing, and this is part of all my gripe that we discuss. I think it's with the Morris twins, and you're gonna die when you see what they say. They are literally KB_24_8 fanboy on Twitter. They literally, you guys are former NBA players. They're literally using the same argument. Like, it blows my mind. Let me just play it.
I made a statement the other day, and I'm going to answer if you guys answer. He said, if you switch him and Kobe out, as far as playing with me, the outcome is the same. You agree or disagree?
No, you're not just saying you switching out with Kobe and you're going to be what Kobe was. That's not, you make nothing away from T-Mac. Great player. Oh, you not Kobe. Yeah. And that mentality, too.
I might have to disagree.
I don't know, though. You know what my difference mine is, though, big fella, is the mentality. Like, that killer mentality.
You're an NBA player. You're using that killer mentality as the argument? You're insane. Just listen to what he continues to say. Dude, I was losing my mind watching this.
Everybody didn't have that. Like, he was a great player, don't get me wrong. But it was times that Mike and Kobe, I felt like that Mike gave Kobe something that nobody else would be able to even imitate and be able to, like, have that mentality. A lot of players no other players had it.
What are you doing to me this morning? I don't have the energy.
I know you don't. So I'll take the lead here. So you're telling me only Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant had this killer
So
instinct?
Michael gave it to him.
Michael
In the
gave
in
it
the
to him?
in
Is
the
this a
ninth
movie?
in the 2000 All-Star game
Yeah.
when they traded baskets. It was in that moment that he touched him and he put on him the Mike killer instinct that no one had. He was looking around. He looked around at the 2000 All-Star game and he said, "I have a literal torch that I'm holding, but I can only pass it to one person. Only one person in this league can have my fire, my mentality." And he looked around and he was like, "Is it going to be T-Mac? No. Is it going to be Steve Francis? No. It's going to be that young buck from Pennsylvania." And he goes, "It's you, my son. Take the torch and be the only person that has ever tried to be competitive."
Yeah. Like I said, it's like a movie. Like his spirit. Like you'd see it in a fucking kid's movie, like a switching bodies. Like Michael Jordan's spirit.
Freaky Friday.
Yeah. Went into Kobe. These arguments at this point for me are, the word I'll use is they're insufferable.
They're embarrassing.
They're embarrassing. They're insufferable. And I want to add something to that.
And why did they make Shaq sit like he's at preschool? Why is he sitting? Why is he sitting for his preschool pictures?
Let me just play it out and then I'll continue. Because Shaq disagrees.
You don't think I could have won 3 with T-Mac? I think I could have.
I mean, that's it. He just said, I think it could have. Right. So it's like,
You know what? Shaq's insane because, like we said, he's been on this and thing and he's flip-flopping and all this shit. But the truth is like when you get down to it, he still speaks the truth all these years. Like he was like, "I'll do it with D Wade. I'll do it with T-Mac. I do it with whatever. I was the most dominant, blah, 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 all the time." I'm telling you, you get him away from that fucking hot take, fucking inside the NBA, the old head meetings, where they get there. You talk about killer instinct. I'd love to see it. Like the ghost of Red Auerbach comes into their dressing room and he's like, "Remember, don't forget, you guys are old heads today. Say old head shit." But you get him on a podcast. He's like, "I'd have won 3 with Andy Ruther." You saying, wait, you suggesting if I had Andy Ruther instead of Kobe, I wouldn't have won 3? I think I still would have. No one dominated like I dominated those 3 years. And it's like, yeah, you're fucking right.
These guys need to be challenged. They need to be challenged by someone like me to say, statistically speaking, that's just inaccurate. Let's look at the end of games. You guys are going to keep preaching this. Let's look at the final shot. Let's look at the last 10 seconds of a playoff game. Statistically speaking, he didn't have the quote unquote killer instinct or clutch gene. That's statistically wrong. It's wrong. Stop saying it. And here's the other thing. We've talked about it with 90s basketball, with the NFL, and with football, but I'm going to bring football again into it. Because you don't hear this. Joe, you never hear, you've never heard once, only Tom Brady had the killer instinct. Only Joe Montana. You just don't hear it. Because you know what? For some reason, people understand, oh, these guys all kind of have that in them, right? The quote-unquote dog mentality. They all have it. All the great quarterbacks.
And listen, there's no doubt that there's some guys who are epically physically talented that made it into these leagues because they were epically physically talented and they didn't have the thing that got them. We see guys like that all the time. Literally, probably guys whose names we mostly don't know, who are so good that they can just get into the league on, their own physical abilities and then don't. But like the idea that you are going to have this drive, like, and I'm not saying like being a competitor doesn't like push you over the top.
For
But
sure.
the idea is just like statistically, Kobe wasn't that guy.
Exactly. And that's all I'm saying is like this narrative.
But he laid into all that shit with the fucking the fucking faces and all that, and it's like, bro, what is this thing that you're trying to prove? It's almost like he became a caricature of the competitor because he knew he wasn't this thing.
again, 2010 NBA Finals, Game 7. I know the stats at the back of my hand now. Kobe shot 6 of 24 and 1 of 7 from three-point range. 6 of 24 in a Game 7. They didn't win that game because of Kobe. They won that game because of everybody else. Now, he's a part of it,
It's
of
literally,
course.
Andy, it's literally what's happening here today. It's like if I spent my whole fucking life on Dirty Sports being like, I never miss an episode. And then I'm like, listen, I got to go at the 12-minute mark. But, you know. But in the meantime.
You got a little hair of the dog, Miller Lite right there?
I got that gold can, dog.
The golden can. Well, I'm sure the Miller Lights are flowing all weekend long up in Tahoe.
I wish they were flowing last night. Should have stuck with the Miller Lite. But here I am today for it to save my life.
Well, get a little drink in you. Wake up. Get the celebration going.
It's a celebration.
Because now's the time. Now's the time to celebrate. 50 years of Miller Lite, Prano's marriage, the summer. A lot of things to celebrate right now.
Kobe facing my way through this Miller Lite. No one drinks from Miller Lite like I do.
How good is that hit right now?
It is good.
It's good, right?
It's kind of exactly what I needed.
Well, guys, it's always the taste you can depend on. We've talked about it for I don't know how many years. 50 years for them. 50, big 5-0. And to think, guys, 50 years from now, which would be 2075, Joe will be celebrating his 50th wedding anniversary.
That is true.
When he's 96.
Wow. We must have talked about it before, but me getting married on the 50th anniversary of Miller Lite seems appropriate.
It is appropriate.
Not getting married on the 49th, the 51st, but 50 years. The golden anniversary.
Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/dirty sports to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. Cheers to 50 years of Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. You tap it out, fam?
What else you got on the docket?
I got some things.
All right. I'm going to let Ruther going to go full Kobe. Put your team on his back, though.
If you want to tap out, you can tap out.
You're about to Marshawn Lynch. You're about to Marshawn Lynch this and just carry.
Bro, you're gonna miss the pregnant LeBron AI videos.
I can't wait to watch it, Andy.
Okay.
I love you.
I thought I would get you with that.
I love you.
Okay.
We'll miss you. A lot of people are sad that you're not here. Laz is very sad you're not here. Tug's in the car on the way up, probably listening to this today. Very sad that you're not here. We'll miss you, and we appreciate that you're gonna Marshawn Lynch us the way through this. You're gonna beast mode your way through the rest of this episode.
I'll beast mode through. You have a good way. We'll talk a little bit later, okay?
Sounds good. Love you, buddy. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'll see you tomorrow.
Get some sleep.
Later,
bud. I thought I could get him, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Bruno said I can only do 10 minutes. I said, really? 10 minutes? Nah, you can do more. I thought I'd get him. I thought I'd get him with the pregnant LeBron AI thing, which is wild. I can't get over this. LeBron, his team is now sending cease and desist letters because people are posting artificial intelligence videos of LeBron being pregnant. Welcome to 2025. They're posting videos of LeBron being pregnant. And we might get one for this show because that's how LeBron's handling it, which I'll get to in a minute. But before we do that, let's just let's watch the video. Is wild. It's weird. It's everything I'm kind of here for. You'll see the video. Supposedly LeBron is impregnated by Steph Curry, but James Harden is really the father. This is wild stuff. Let me just play this video.
Come quick, our baby is being born.
LeBron, why does this baby look like James Harden? He's got a full beard already.
Bro, this is wild if you guys haven't seen this. Let me play this again.
Hurry, come quick. Our baby is being born.
LeBron, why does this baby look like James Harden? He's got a full beard already.
Insane. Absolutely insane. So apparently these videos started surfacing on Instagram, and LeBron was not having it. He ordered a cease and desist his legal team. The creators of an AI tool and Discord community that allow people to create AI videos of stars like LeBron and other players got a cease and desist letter. This is pretty wild that this is happening. And I think it's a terrible, absolutely terrible look for LeBron, because everybody calls you soft, and I don't think the soft moniker, I don't think it's not merited on the court. I think that's been a stupid tag LeBron has gotten his whole career about him being soft. He's in what, year 21, year 22? He's in his early 40s. He's clearly not soft to play that many years in the NBA at such a high level. The highest of high levels LeBron plays at. He's not soft. But I'll tell you what, bro. Off the court, you're looking soft. You're looking soft off the court. You're suing somebody because they made some wacky video of you being pregnant. It's weird. I think it's kind of funny, personally. I laughed. The video is the definition of what the fuck? You see that? You're just going, WTF is this? Right? It's weird. But you're not suing. But we're in this age now where people are going to start suing. To my knowledge, everything I read on it was this is the first major lawsuit of a celebrity suing for somebody making their image and name, image, and likeness through artificial intelligence. Would be this lawsuit or this cease and desist. The first time somebody took legal action. You see it all the time. I mean, how many videos has 50 Cent put out on his Instagram mocking Diddy? Literally, that's like 50 Cent's Instagram profile. It's hilarious. You should check it out if you haven't. All he does is he posts videos throughout the Diddy trial of artificially intelligent, AI videos that were created mocking Diddy. That's literally what this is. That's literally what this is. But LeBron couldn't handle it. His team couldn't handle it. And for that, you're kind of soft there. You're soft. Why not laugh it up? And here's the thing. It's only going to have the opposite effect, LeBron. It's the Barbra Streisand effect. It's Donald Trump saying, you don't want to talk about the Epstein files. Okay, now we all want to talk about it. We always have. Now even more people want to talk about it. It's the same exact thing. Dude, it's so absurd. Why would you even acknowledge this as something that bothered you? They made a video of you pregnant. I mean, come on. So then people started testing it out. So Instagram bent the knee, right? Instagram bent the knee and removed this stuff. But of course, people were testing it out, and I'll show this right now. People were testing this out on X, on Twitter. Anybody call it X? Does anybody call it X? Everybody calls it Twitter, right? Let's pull this up. I think I have a screen share here. Here it is. Like somebody posted this yesterday on Instagram. King James pregnant gets you banned. I want to test on X. So here's pregnant LeBron, aka LePregnant. These are hilarious. They're so stupid. They're funny. Look at this. They're absurd. A pregnant LeBron James about to dunk. They're ridiculous. Look at this. A pregnant LeBron James. How is he not laughing at this? It's a terrible look. It's a terrible look. I can't believe he's not laughing at this. I just can't get over this. It's just a terrible look, man. I don't know, man. Again, he's my GOAT on the court for sure. I've always said that. Or at least he became my GOAT on the court. Off the court, LeBron's I've said this before, LeBron's very low on my list of guys I'd want to hang out with. I just don't think he's fun. This shows it. You're not fun, dude. You can't laugh. You can't laugh about a pregnant video of yourself. You're going to take legal action? You don't seem like a fun dude. You're not a dude I want to hang out with. The irony is you're not a dude I want to go to the barbershop with. I've noticed though, a lot of these great athletes, they have a lying problem. We kind of saw that with Jordan. We've seen LeBron getting caught in so many lies about the books he reads, claiming he knew the night Kobe went off for 80 points, like he knew that was going to happen. They try to protect their image so much to make it perfect. It's just a shitty look, dude. Dude, if you're LeBron, you comment on this with an laughing emoji, LOL. That's how you comment on it. Come on, man. This stuff it's just so out of the realm of it's so weird. It's so out of the realm of being normal. I don't know why he got upset. Again, I think he's soft off the court. I'm asking myself as I talk about this, would Tom Brady do this? I don't know. Is Tom Brady's legal team going after people posting AI images of him being pregnant? Maybe. I don't think so, though. It's lame. Now, it's not going to affect my opinion of LeBron as the player. That's the problem. A lot of people, they can't separate on the court, off the court, which you should be able to do. I was laughing when I watched these videos. Like, what the hell is this? And again, now more and more people are just going to want to see him. I mean, these have millions of views. I know they're not going to take him down on Twitter. They're definitely not going to take him down there. It's just a shitty look for LeBron. It's a bad look, man. And this stuff is not going away. It's kind of scary. This AI stuff. It's gonna be so blurred pretty soon. We're not gonna know what's real and what's fake. The AI is only gonna get better. It's like the internet. You started with the dial up, the modem. Now look how fast the internet is. How quickly this stuff's gonna go and grow in 10 years, 15 years. It's gonna be insane. I wonder how it would play out in court. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if there's a legal precedent on this. There probably isn't. It's weak though, man. Not look, like dude, of all the things you're gonna care about. So we made an AI pregnant video. Come on, man. Now that was Kobe, man. He'd have quadruplets because he's got that killer instinct. He'd have 6, 7, 8 kids. He'd be pregnant with all of them. He'd just be popping out baby after baby. He wouldn't take drugs. Killer instinct. He'd be in that delivery room just gritting his teeth, just popping out babies. Just going right out his butthole. Just popping them out. One after one after one. Killer instinct. What else we got going on here? Oh, yeah, the Browns dude wipes thing. I saw this. This is the most Browns thing ever. The Browns have a partnership with Dude Wipes. And they released their videos. And then this happened. The guy fell off the boat. It's the most most Browns shit ever. The guy falls right off the boat. By the way, why are the Browns teaming up with dude wipes is the most Browns thing ever, is it not? And they unveiled these terrible looking uniforms. Just terrible looking uniforms. So the rumor is, I was watching some things, and the rumor is like the Browns are gonna maybe try to get Saban and Arch like together, like a package deal. I was watching some stuff. That's the rumor. Nick Saban has a history with the Browns. Was he the defensive coordinator under Bill Belichick when Belichick coached the Browns? At least he was the DB coach. I'm not exactly sure if he was the defensive coordinator. But Nick Saban has ties. Apparently he's friends with the Browns owner, Jimmy Haslam. Or it's his agent. He's got ties, I was watching. And then Jimmy Haslam has big ties with the Manning family. That would ruin that kid, don't we think? That would ruin him if he went to the Browns. So I guess the Browns want another quarterback. They already have 6 of them. How many? They got a Baker. What do they got? They got half a dozen quarterbacks on the roster right now. Who they got? They got Flacco. They got Shador Sanders. They got the kid from Oregon. Who else they got? I know I'm missing somebody. They want another quarterback, I guess. And they're going to suck. So apparently they want Arch Manning. If they didn't let Eli go to the San Diego Chargers, do you think the Manning family is going to let Arch go to the Browns if that's a possibility? I don't think so. But apparently they have a good relationship. Jimmy Haslam, the Browns owner, with the Manning family. I don't know. You would hate to see it. You want to see the kid, succeed. It's cool seeing a family name just do so well all these generations. I think it's cool. It's almost like football royalty. You don't want to see him go to the Browns. The Browns are one of the few teams you just don't want to see a quarterback go to. They've shown no capability to improve as a franchise. They signed Deshaun Watson to that insane deal after he had a million charges against him. They let Baker Mayfield go, who's now playing pretty well. You don't want to see a Manning go to the Browns. It's like a death sentence for his career. I don't know. Joe Burrow took the Bengals to the Super Bowl. Maybe I'm wrong. That's never happening again, for the record. I'm going to go on record right now and say that. That's never happening. Sorry, Bengals fans. I just don't think he's ever going to go to the Super Bowl again. I was seeing the Bengals owner talk the other day. God damn. Guys, he's going to be 90 in a couple weeks. 90. This is the guy running the show for a company valued at $4 billion. He's going to be 90. All the people in Cincinnati are like, he does not call him the shots anymore. He went out on an interview talking about the contract negotiations with Shamar Stewart, their first-round pick. He's doing an interview talking about Trey Hendrickson. The hell, he's not calling shots. Can you imagine? 90? And he's not Rupert Murdoch. He's not Rupert Murdoch. Who's the other billionaire? Berkshire Hathaway guy. What's his name? He's got it together. Warren Buffett. That's the guy I'm looking for. He's not Warren Buffett. Brittany's grandfather is like 92 or 93. The thought of him running an NFL franchise just blows my mind. That's what the Bengals have. He's 90. People are like, well, he's not doing day-to-day operations. He's doing press conferences. He's doing interviews. He's talking about the contract negotiations. You got to wonder what these guys think playing for somebody like that. You got to wonder. I think it's only a matter of time before Joe Burrow regrets signing that contract. Maybe he doesn't. He's $250 million richer. I guess it doesn't matter. If you want a ring, though, good luck, man. And that's the thing with Arch Manning. It's the same way in the Browns. You go to the Browns, man, your chances of having a successful career just plummet. It's the same way we've always discussed on this show, and I think it's an interesting discussion. What happens if Tom Brady was drafted by the Browns? What happens if Patrick Mahomes is drafted by the Browns? How are they? We'll never know. I guess we could do a simulation, maybe of them pregnant. Would they sue? I don't know, LeBron. Why did you sue? Why did you do a cease and desist, whatever it was? Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. I did see some news that bothers me, guys, as a big NFL Network guy. I've been a big NFL Network guy for years. You guys know this. Apparently, ESPN is going to buy all the assets that the NFL possesses, which would be the Red Zone, NFL Network, all those things. They've been in talks for years, and apparently it's going to happen sooner than later. The NFL Network, NFL Red Zone, NFL Network content, all that stuff will be bought shortly, presumably by ESPN. And I'm hearing ballpark numbers around like $5 billion. And the goal that ESPN is trying to do is they're going to launch that ESPN only app, right, for like $30 a month. And they would tie that in and say, well, you're not going to get the NFL Network unless you're in on our app or in on our streaming service. As a guy who loves the NFL Network, this stinks. The NFL Network's great. I think it's great. I've always felt it's great. Their coverage has been my go-to. Pre-game, post-game. They're the best, guys. They're the best. They're not hot takes. They don't have guys on there who weren't good giving hot takes. That's my thing, too. Dude, you're going to put guys on air? Put guys on air who are good. They might not always have the best takes. I don't always agree. We talk about on this show. I don't always agree with Shaq, Shaq, Charles. I don't always agree with them. They're Hall of Famers. I don't really care what Orlovsky thinks. I just don't. I just don't care. I don't care what Ryan Clark thinks. A guy who made one Pro Bowl in a system that makes everybody better in the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't care. NFL Network doesn't do that. I love their coverage, right? Kurt Warner, Hall of Famer. They have Michael Irvin forever. It's like they have guys who won Super Bowls, who were good, who were Hall of Famers. The NFL Network is by far the best. ESPN is going to ruin it. They're going to ruin it. Absolutely ruin it. And it sickens me. You know what I love about the NFL Network? You can just watch highlights on Sunday. I think it's great. And they play that on loop starting at the night, hosted by Chris Rose. It's almost like a throwback to ESPN Sports Center. You can just watch highlights. And I watch it, even though I have the NFL Sunday ticket, so I have access to all the games. I love putting that on, kind of recap, little Cliff's notes, little refresher. Might not have caught everything. He's not trying to be funny. He's not delivering hot takes. He's just a dude doing a voiceover of highlights. And that's the NFL Network. It's great. It's a great network. It's all football all the time. ESPN's going to ruin that. They're going to bring on Cam Newton, dressed like he's ready to go to the circus, dropping some wild take. Or Dan Orlovsky with his, well, I think this. I was looking into the numbers. I just hate it. I hate it. I hate that the NFL Network's going to go. And the NFL it's just more money for them. I mean, it's just like, how much money do you need? It just stinks. They're just trying to offload some of their assets, I guess. I guess they don't want to deal with it, from what I read. They just don't want to deal with it anymore. They build it up. They can make their money. ESPN's terrible, though. It really is, man. I don't know. I don't watch it, so maybe I can't speak on it. I don't really watch it. All I see is hot take shows after hot take, and it's just exhausting. That's the word I'm going to use. It's exhausting. We don't have to debate every single episode. We don't have to discuss every single episode the same things over and over and over again. You go to the NFL Network, you get great analysis, man. And that's going to be gone. The minute Disney buys this shit, the minute ESPN buys this shit. We had a couple calls, didn't we? Let's get to some calls. What is the hotline here? I still don't know the hotline. What is our hotline? Here we are. 859-832-0478. All right, let's get to our calls. What we got here? Oh, we got a follow-up call. Last episode's discussion on the WNBA. Let's get to that.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Hunter from Michigan. I wanted to pose a question to hopefully add to the discussion pertaining to the WNBA players asking them to pay what they owe. And for the most part, I do agree with you guys about how the fact that they've never had a profit before does mean that they shouldn't be wearing those shirts. However, I watched an interesting YouTube video today, and it was talking about how negotiating a contract and asking for value has nothing to do with what the profit should be, and that there's a bunch of other business models like Uber, like Brandon was saying, that follow this way. Something that I saw, and me being in the video game sphere, Twitch and Kick, which are, I believe, the two biggest streaming sites, I believe both of them are write-offs for bigger companies. I don't know which one Kick is, but obviously Twitch being Amazon. And they still pay out millions and millions of dollars. People are millionaires off of streaming video games on those platforms. And so, I don't know. I just saw that argument, and I don't really know what to think about it. So I was hoping maybe you guys had some thoughts. Thanks for listening to the call. Stay dirty.
Cool. Thanks, Hunter. Appreciate the call. So look, yeah, we talked about it last episode, and both Joe and I agreed they're going to make more money, as they should, because their TV contract is greatly increasing. I think almost by like fivefold. I don't have it in front of me, but I believe the WNBA contract went from about $45 million to about $200 million annually. It's almost 5 times what they're making now. So they should get more money. There's no debating. It's interesting that they did this when they haven't made money. And you use the Twitch, and I'm not as familiar. I'm not on Twitch. I'm not a gamer. You use that as an example. The examples we used last episode, companies that did make money, but started to make money way quicker. A lot of times you'll hear Amazon as an example. It's just bizarre. They're like, Amazon didn't make money. Yeah, by like year 8, it did. The WNBA is in year 28. Right? I mean, almost 30 years they haven't made money. I got the Twitch numbers right here, and I don't know if this is net profit. This is not net profit, but the annual estimated revenue for Twitch is between 2 to 2.8 billion. But it does lose money. Despite billions in revenue, Twitch reportedly loses hundreds of millions yearly because of huge bandwidth and server costs. huge content for hosting millions of hours of video, and obviously the revenue sharing that they do with streamers. But here's the thing. Amazon has been cutting costs, staff layoffs, and scaling back in operations. So they are cutting cost. There's no talk of the WNBA cutting costs. Guys, I'm not against the WNBA succeeding, for the record. I'm not like against it. I mean, it's not the best product. I don't really care. That might change. I have 2 daughters. If they're into that stuff, I'll fully support them. I'm not against the WNBA. But all these women need to face the reality too. It's not the best product. It's just not. Which is fine. It's just not the best product. And they're all hating on their savior. It's bizarre women behavior. It's illogical. It's nonsensical. Caitlin Clark is their savior. She's their Jesus Christ. She's not even their Michael Jordan. She's their Jesus Christ. It's bizarre to me. If a podcaster gets a massive deal, if Joe Rogan signs a massive deal, or Pat McAfee signs a massive deal, or Dax Shepard, or the Call Her Daddy chick, Alex Cooper, if anybody signs a massive deal, that's good for podcasters. I'm in the podcast world. I don't have to necessarily like them or listen to their stuff. It's good for business. In the same business, right? That's good. But these women they're crazy. They don't make any sense. They're trying to bite the hand that feeds them, which is Caitlin Clark. It's bizarre. And I guess it's not that bizarre. It's women. Sorry, ladies. That's how you act. I mean, it's just made the headlines today. Caitlin Clark rookie card sells for $660,000, smashing women's sports card record. And guess what, guys? The previous record for most expensive women's sports card, guess who it was? Ding, ding, ding. Caitlin Clark. She held the previous record for $366,000. This one went for about $300,000 more. What sucks is I want to know what the previous high was. Everybody wants a piece of her. She's valuable. She will be valuable for the league. Everything has gone up the minute she was drafted. But girls want to be crazy. They want to be catty. They want to cut each other down. You know, all this stuff reminds me of my mom, because my mom would always talk about like raising boys versus raising girls. And people would always say, I don't know how you raise 5 boys to my mom. Which, by the way, is no easy task. 5 boys within 11 years. It's not easy. I'm not saying boys are easy, but my mom would always say, yeah, but like boys, you'll handle your shit, so to speak. Like you guys will have your beef, you'll have your problems. You fight it out physically, and then it's over. Women aren't like that, man. You imagine raising 5 girls? 5 girls? If it was the opposite? It's like my mom would always say, all the emotions involved and all that stuff. And you're just like, man. By the way, I'm just trying to prepare myself mentally because I got 2 of them. It's just, there's no logic to a lot of this stuff. Hate to say it, ladies. There's no logic a lot of times. And that's what's happening with the Caitlin Clark situation. There's no logic. Don't you want to make more money? It seems like you do. Guess what? Little Caitlin Clark over there, she's your meal ticket. She's your meal ticket. Don't tear her ACL. Don't try to break her kneecaps. Probably not a smart idea. I'm actually curious where the league is headed. at this point because it will make more money, as we've discussed. All those contracts are going up. The TV deals, everything's going up. Attendance. But seriously, what happens if she tears an ACL? I mean, that's the reality. She's been hurt this year. I don't have it in front of me, but I've seen things when she's not playing, the ticket sales versus when she does play. What happens if Caitlin Clark has a debilitating, career-ending injury? What happens then? I think she's that big of a draw. I really do. The numbers back it up. The stats back it up. What happens to WNBA then? Nobody's tuning in for Angel Reese's double-doubles. Sorry, they're just not. The same way I didn't tune in to watch Ben Wallace get 20 rebounds. He's a fun player, great defender, great rebounder. I wasn't tuning in for Ben Wallace. You were tuning in for Chauncey Billups. You were tuning in for Rip Hamilton. Dennis Rodman was a wild card. I guess maybe you tuned in for him for the Bulls, but you tuned in for Jordan. You tuned in for Pippen. You didn't tune in for the guy who averaged 6 points a game and 18 rebounds a game. That's my point. You tuned in for the greatness, Michael Jordan. You didn't tune in for Angel Reese. You tuned in for Caitlin Clark. That's the point. Did I even answer your question? I don't know. Probably not. Let's get to another call.
What's up, fellas? I don't know if y'all saw the somewhat recent comments by Dion talking about the need for a college football salary cap, but I was wondering, what do you think will happen first? A college football or college sports salary cap, or the MLB getting a salary cap? Let me know what you think. Condoms are for pussies.
Well, the old school. Condoms for pussies. Love it. Good question. Appreciate the call. Who has a salary cap first? The Major League Baseball or college football? I'd say college football. The baseball thing is a mess, guys. And I know Rob Manfred is really trying, and I've read a lot about it recently. He's got this committee of former players, and he's been going around for the last year. And he brings on these former players, and he brings on a lot of like star former players, like a CC Sabathia. And he goes to these clubhouses and he talks about the importance of a salary cap and how they can actually make more money, which I don't really fully understand. I don't understand the economics behind that, how you can make more money with a salary cap. But anyway, he's pushing it, on their next collective bargaining agreement. We'll see. Obviously, the Major League Baseball Players Association doesn't want that. The union head doesn't want that. The agents don't want that. They don't want a salary cap. They want to take as much money as a bigger cut as they can, right? Baseball's going to be tough. College football, college sports, I think that'll be easier. Now, there is a cap on the actual athletic department. I don't know if you guys saw that. There is a cap. There's an annual revenue sharing cap for NIL. So this is newer. Under the new NCAA revenue sharing model, schools can make, this is for the schools making payments directly to athletes. This is part of the settlement through the court system, and it's capped at $20.5 million per year. Right? So that is how much the school can give to their athletes directly. $20.5 million. So that is a cap. And the annual cap will increase to around $32 million over the next 10 years. Now, what you're talking about is actually something different, but it's kind of in the same sphere, if that makes sense. So what did Deion say? Deion said this a few weeks ago. I wish there was a cap. He said the Big 12 coaches roundtable. Like the top of the line player makes this, and if you're not that type of guy, you know you're not going to make that. That's what the NFL does. He said, so the problem is you got a guy that's not that darn good, but he could go to another school and they could give him $500,000. You can't compete with that, and it don't make sense. I see what he's saying. He said it's kind of hard to compete with somebody who's giving 25 to 30 million to a freshman class. It's crazy. He was talking about teams making the college football playoff system who have access to more money. You are going to need a cap to make it fair. It's just a shit show, though, guys. I don't have the mental headspace to follow it enough, to be honest. I mean, I'm following it like loosely because I just don't care. It's just such an eroded system. It's the same way I feel about politics. Like I follow politics, but not to the point that I'm going to get upset because I find it weird because it's such a broken system, right? The American two-party system is pretty broken. And I think, ironically, I think most people would agree, yet they still put so much faith in it. And I think that's what's happening with college football. People are putting so much faith in it, but I think people, they know how broken it is, right? It's a lost cause. And everything Deion's saying is making total sense. You can't spend $100 million. Another school spends $20 million. It's just an unfair system, and that's basically how baseball is. Now, baseball will point to all these small markets making the playoffs, like the Rays or the A's over the years. But like realistically, it's tough to sustain that, right? The Kansas City Royals win the World Series in 2015 as a small market. What deep playoff runs have they done since? You know, they had back-to-back World Series appearances. They win one. What have they done since? Then you look at the NFL and you're like, what a great system. What a great system. All these small markets consistently competing. The Chiefs consistently making Super Bowl runs. The Buffalo Bills consistently in the hunt to make a Super Bowl. Consistently favored in the top 5 to win or make a Super Bowl the last 5, 6, 7 years. The Baltimore Ravens, same thing, not a major market. Even the Cincinnati Bengals, not a major market. Football figured it out. I just don't think baseball cares, and I don't think the players care. To be honest, I don't think they care about the future of their game. I don't. I really don't. If they did, they would put a salary cap and they'd put a salary floor. They'd make the game more competitive. They would make it more of a level playing field. They would. And for the record, I'm not blaming them. If I could get paid as much as they get, do you really want a salary cap? Right? Do you want that? You can make all this money? Do you want to be capped? Do you want there to be a limit on how much you can earn? But again, don't tell me you care about the future of the game. You've lost generations of people over this. I grew up a Reds fan, man. It was competitive in the 90s. It was way more fair, and there wasn't a salary cap, but it's just, it's ballooned into this major problem, and that's where college football could be headed. And that's probably what Deion's alluding to and what Deion's talking about. It's not fun, man. You're not going to see the Boise State run like you saw when they had that infamous Fiesta Bowl game. What was it, like 2010, 2011? You're not going to see University of Central Florida go undefeated. You're just not going to see that because they're going to be too big of a disparity in payroll. You're just not going to see it. The best thing you want is competition. That's the best thing. You want it to be competitive and fair. And you want everybody to think they have a chance of winning. It's like we always say about the NFL. When week 1 starts, that September 7th this year, that first Sunday, every fan base thinks they have a chance. They do. They do. There are Browns fans right now who think they can make the playoffs. There are. There's Tennessee Titan fans out there who think they can make the playoffs. Now, personally, I think they should all be evaluated, like mentally. I see it, man. I have conversations. How many bets do I? I wish I had more bets, guys. I wish I bet every single person in the world the Bengals don't win their division. They're not going to win their division. I'll eat my words. If they do, obviously, I'll wear the L chain. They didn't do anything to upgrade their team. They run off the same roster. It's insanity. I have these conversations with successful friends of mine, people who are doing well, people who understand things. I'm just like, you think they're going to suddenly win 13 games? They're running back the exact same roster that went 9-8. They ain't making the Super Bowl. How much better can Joe Burrow play? But it's a good system because everybody believes. That's the NFL. Baseball doesn't have that. And I don't think college football, somebody could speak better on this than me because I don't follow it closely enough. I don't think college football fans have that either. There's like 15 teams, 10 teams maybe, who can make it, who have a chance to legit win a title. Men's probably even lower than that. If a sport isn't fair, I don't want to follow it. That's what kind of blows my mind. And that's kind of what's happened to me with baseball. And I'm in a city that has terrible ownership. I just, my thing with sports fandom at this stage in my life, I just wish people were honest about it. And they just said, look, man, we're not going to do anything, but I get away from my wife and kids. Cool. That's totally understandable. I got my Sundays away. I stress out at work all week. I bust my ass. I go to the game on Sunday. We're the Carolina Panthers. We're not going to do anything. But it's just a way for me to let loose. Have a few Miller Lights. Hang with the boys. Get away from the screaming kids. That's fine. That's great. But don't say you're going to make it to the Super Bowl. Come on. Don't do that. Don't say maybe it's our year. And occasionally a team will catch lightning in a bottle. You'll see these runs. You'll see out of nowhere like a Bengals run. Make it to the Super Bowl. You'll see these teams that'll just come out of nowhere and make it to a Super Bowl. But come on. It's very rare. Don't be delusional. Don't be delusional with sports. That's the mindset that I'm trying to have. That's what I'm trying to preach. Just don't be delusional. The hotline, once again, appreciate the calls. 859-832-0478. What do we think Prano's doing right now? Like, what's he doing? By the way, no way he listens to this. No fucking way. No way Prano listens to this. Do we think he's sleeping? Is he having another Miller Lite? What's he doing? If you would have put money that Prano got married before me, you'd be a rich man. If you would put a lot of money on that. I never would have thought that. Prano's getting married before me. I got 2 kids in a house, and he's still getting married. He's still getting married before me. Unbelievable. Good for him. Good for Joe. Joey married Prano. So his brother, speaking of Prano, His brother keeps texting me, guys, his brother Mikey, about giving information on his wedding to you guys. Mikey has texted me multiple times. I haven't responded to a single one. He wants the dirtballs to crash. He wants you guys to crash Prano's wedding. I'm like, dude, no, it's his wedding. Come on. What are you doing? He's texting me, yeah, like, let the dirtballs know. Give them all the wedding information. I'm not trying to do that to Prano. Even though I could, it'd be payback. It'd be nice payback. He did give the dirtballs access to my parents' house for Occupy Wall Street. He who shall not be named camped out on the front yard and then the backyard of my parents' house almost 10 years ago, 9 years ago, September 2016. It would be payback, but whatever. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that to my boy's wedding. I'm just not. I'm not doing that. I'm not giving dirtball. And I don't even think you guys would do it. I don't even know what that entails, crashing Prano's wedding. But yeah, he's like, just give me dirtball's information. Like, let him know. Like he wants me to put it up on Reddit or something. I don't know what he wants. I did see Justin Wood was trying to take a dirtball as a date, which that would have been fun. All right, guys, we're getting out of here. It's going to be a short show today. Obviously, Joe's not feeling the best. He's got a wedding to get to. And next episode, he'll be a married man. Wow, look at that. Next episode, he will be a married man. Never thought I'd say that. All right, guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. And as always, stay dirty.